Hello ladies and gents, this is Jarek Defiler and welcome back to A Patient Gamer Plays Divinity Original Sin 2. We are moving on with our summoner guy here, Undead Elf. And we just got through kind of the tutorial section and moved on to the Fory Joy area. Which is, well, you can't really see it yet. But this entire kind of island is, well, maybe not the island, but this entire section is labeled as Fory Joy. The act revolves around it, and it's pretty fun. We're going to see how, I'm going to show you some parts of like where the level scaling, or I guess experience scaling can be kind of a bit like, because you can run into some tough fights, but it's okay, because you don't have to do those, like, that's the beauty about this game, is it's kind of open world, so you don't have to go in a specific area if you don't want to, but if you can if you want to, and if you're strong enough, even though you're like lower level, you could still probably be fairly successful. I'm surprised I haven't leveled up yet. I can't remember if you level up in the tutorial section. Probably. I tend to not get maximum XP when I do my runs, because I play more for story than like optimization, so I'm not really a min-maxer kind of guy. But let's talk to this guy who is just Tam. Let's talk to you.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his sides.
I'm not supposed to talk to elves.
Tell the kid to keep to himself, then. Elf, ask him why not. What has he heard about your kind? Undead, tell the child that you're even stranger than you look, or you take your leave. Let's just go with the theme. Do the elf.
Well, elves eat people and their pets. Elves don't know the alphabet.
That's partially true. Chuckle, tell him he's heard mostly wrong. You never eat a pet, and you only eat a person if they ask you to. Smile. You know that your kind are considered cannibals, but you didn't know illiterate had joined the list. Illiterate. See, I could read. I'm smart. 3, chant an elvish children's song about a foolish human who tried to fight the sea. What do we want to do? Tell them we like eat people if they ask to.
The child's eyes grow wide.
People ask you to eat them?
Nod. It's how elves share memories. 2, tell the child you can't explain an aeon of elvish, or aeon. How do you say that? Aeon of elvish culture to him now. I should know that. Let's nod. It's how elves share memories.
Really? Neat. Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
Say you must be, or you wouldn't be here. Ask if he thinks you look like a sorcerer. Nod, you are, and by the looks of that collar around his neck, so is he. Yeah, let's do number 3.
The child
Be
looks
honest.
at you straight on, unafraid, searching the shadows cloaking your face. He lifts his mirror to his nose, closes one eye, and looks at himself again.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong. Or crazy.
Tell him they may well be wrong and crazy. Ask the child why he's out here alone. Tell the child he should run along. It isn't safe out here. Yeah, it's number 1.
Maybe you're right. At least they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island. And it's a lot nicer out here than outside.
Ask him if his parents know where he is. Say it isn't safe out here. Your ship was attacked by whackin not far off the shore. Take your leave. Ask him about his parents.
They're gone now. Their magisters took them already. I guess now they're cured. And maybe they're waiting for me back at home.
Say it isn't safe out here? Sure.
But you didn't die.
Ask him why he doesn't seem scared. Say you survived the whackin attack by the skin of your teeth. You should really find somewhere safer to go. Take your leave. Let's ask him why he doesn't seem scared.
Guess I am. But it's just normal to be scared. Nowhere isn't scary.
Fair enough.
There isn't anywhere safer. That's what I mean. You'll see.
Okay. Yeah. Got anything to trade? Lockpicks, which I don't need.
You can stay out here with me if you want. You don't seem that scary.
Alrighty then. Let's see. There is ways to get up there, I think. Actually, I don't know, because, well, Well, you'll see later on. We get these gloves of teleportation, but you usually have to teleport someone else, so you can't really teleport yourself. I get to pick up that whisper, whatever. Don't need a short stick, so... still thinking on kind of how I want to build this guy. I'm kind of liking the dual-wield wand, because simply that's something I just always wanted to do and never got around to it in my multiple playthroughs. So I think I might do that, do like dual-wielding, and just go summoning, dual-wielding, and probably maybe Necromancer. Or Geomancer, because Geomancer's pretty decent at like buffs and stuff, so I could buff up my minions and myself if I need to. I don't know. It's an adventure. We'll just go with whatever. Maybe just put a lot of points into leadership. Perseverance restores magic or recover from... Nah. I don't really care about that. Yeah, I try to... Every time I do a new playthrough, you just try to do something different. Keep it fun. But I do want to do another Necromancer Scoundrel build because that was just too much fun. Necromancer Scoundrel, and then I think I also had what was my other one? I think it was Geomancer, but I can't remember. I never really did an Aerothurgy build. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever actually done anything with that. Huh. I'm doing Polymorph right now with a playthrough with my little brother. But I think we're level 9. So I'm kind of doing that. I did Pyrokinetic, did Geomancer Pyrokinetic, sound. Yeah. Come to think of it, I think Aerothurgy is the only one I never really actually got into. So maybe I'll do that one of these days. Uh-oh. Voidlings. They look delicious.
Those are the same beasts that sank our ship.
Alright.
Made it to shore.
So now they have some blood on the ground, so we can conjure a incarnate right there. And we can also conjure a totem. Put it back here. Beep. Blood totem. And get buff you while we're at it. And so now, since he's a blood incarnate, he gets a Necromancer ability. Mosquito Swarm. Unleash a swarm of giant mosquitoes to suck the blood from your enemies, dealing 10 to 11 physical damage and healing yourself. I think Necromancer is probably my favorite abilities, favorite talents, whatever, in the entire game, because it's just a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. And weird thing is that it's resisted by physical armor. You'd think that would be like a magic thing, but no, physical armor. How much is he gonna bleed for? I forget how much that does. I know you. Really? Uh-oh. Necromancer also gets these guys, Bone Widows, and they're pretty nice once you get them leveled up. Not my blood totem. Oh, he just empowered. That's fine. Alright. Just ignore you. Do I have line of sight? 95% hit chance. I do. that animation. Alright. And I guess I'll just end that. No. Gotta kill that guy. Bone Widow's gonna mess me up. Yep, there it goes. Never mind.
I thought these bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay.
Me too, man. I don't know what the hell's going on.
By a void woken. I wonder which order.
I don't really care for any of that stuff. Can't use healing potions. Not really worth that much coin. Alright. That looks delicious. Really like the textures in the game, as I was saying in my last video. Just like the blood on the ground is this nice crimson red, bit on the darker side, as blood should be. Most like darker video games, or more mature video games, I should say. Just looks cool. Alright, read this. Now we got 2 new recipes. So it is worth checking out everything.
Look here,
There's a ton to
Quercus.
hide.
Another giant. My word, this blasted isle is teeming with them.
What's that? Yes, I did see how it made short work of the great acorn servants. Quite right, very impressive.
But that is no reason to trust it. Giants like that destroyed our forests. They are the very reason the great acorn is returning in all its wrath.
What? Dear me, have you taken leave of all 6 of your senses?
You would have me use this giant for a shield? Why would I?
Oh, I see. You cunning devil, Quercus.
Of course. If it defeated the great acorn's vile servants, it can do so again.
We need only follow in its big, wide shadow and be safe.
So Sir Laura, he's a DLC character. It just came with the definitive edition when I got it, and I don't know if they just changed him later on, but at the start, I think he was just kind of useless, just like a little pet thing. He'd go around, he'd always just end up dying, really easily. But he's smarter now, and he actually gives you some benefits. So if you keep him alive as the acts go on and the quests go on and stuff, he'll give you things like he'll give you some like books or some abilities. I think he even gives you. I can't remember. But it's, fun little addition. Nothing game breaking or anything like that, but it's still fun. Alright, what do we want to do here? Laugh and tell him he's quite welcome to follow in your shadow. Ask the squirrel why he accuses us of destroying his forest. Giants, acorns, shields. Tell him you've no idea what he's talking about. Wave the rodent away, you don't have time to talk. Let's laugh and tell him he's quite welcome to follow in your shadow.
Egad, it speaks our tongue, Quercus. Hush before.
And that's only because I have that mod that allows me. It basically gives you pet pal, gives you the ability to speak to animals by default. Normally that would have to be a talent that you'd have to invest in, which is kind of weird because that's kind of like, well, I mean, I guess it's not, because there's a lot of different things you can do with having pet pals. So you can do quests and stuff that you wouldn't be able to do otherwise. You might be, you can get keys from some animals. They'll give you things that can help you progress in some quests and make it easier. So it's a pretty good talent to have at least one person in your party if you're doing a party run. But on Lone Wolf, it kind of sucks because generally there's better talents to take and some that you might even need if you're doing harder difficulties than taking Pet Pal. But with this mod, it just makes it by default, and I don't think that's a bad thing, quite frankly. I think it just gives you more access to content. It's not really a again, not a game breaker.
What do you mean a good time for introductions? You know full well who I am, you silly old cat. The great Salora, grandest of the... Oh, introduce myself to the giant. I shall do no such thing. You give away your trust too easily, my dear steed. No, we will have the giant march. In time, we'll see whether it deserves our confidence. Now, onwards, shield! Venture forth, post-haste. The great acorn waits for no one.
And again, just excellent voice acting. And if you look up closely, Quercus is the skeleton cat that he rides. And he has I don't know what kind of skull that is, like a rat skull or something on his head, or armor. But yeah, he's like a squirrel knight. So it's just a little funny thing. And it actually has some use, which is cool, if you keep him alive. Even if he dies, you can still talk to his ghost. Spoiler alert. But not really. Here's the Red Prince. He's looking out over the ocean.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright, blood-red color. Could he be... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep.
Greet him heartily and say you're glad to see he survived the shipwreck. Smirk and tell him his slave has come to report for duty. He's the one that took you by the jaw and sized you up like a damn horse. Say you've a bone to pick with him. Take your leave. One of these two, because I'm trying to do a more diplomatic run. Because my last playthrough was I was just a pure asshole, so everything was bad. Relationship kind of dialogue. So now I want to do a fun run. Smirk and tell him his slave has... Yeah, sure.
The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, two smouldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
Sizzling.
And a dutiful servant you are too. The chances are I wouldn't have survived that shipwreck had you not returned to the aid of your master down that dreadful hole.
I wonder how long we can keep this up as the game progresses.
You have my gratitude.
Me playing as his slave.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
Tell him you were glad to be of help. Doesn't do to stand idly by when people are in danger. Scoff and say he owes you a bit more than gratitude. Yeah, nice choice.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that, but let's not get carried away, shall we? Nevertheless, one good turn does deserve another, so as far as the whole slave business is concerned, let's just forget about it. You may as well have your freedom.
Good.
Now then, if there's nothing further...
Ask what he's doing here, standing on that rock. Wonder what he plans to do next. Take your leave. Wonder what he plans to do next.
Really must know, I haven't quite decided yet. I've a frightful amount of things on my mind, hence my standing here contemplating the waves.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean?
Say that you see memories, childhood days spent in the sun. Or say that as of last night, you see a kraken-infested wasteland you never want to go near again. And do the memories.
Memories. Quite so.
I love his voice actor. Or his voice acting, rather. I don't know who his voice actor is. Therefore, I do not love him.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see an empire. I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Lost.
Ask what he means by lost, exactly. Tell him that's a rather specific vision he has there. Why an empire? Shrug and say people see castles in the sky. Might as well see them in the sea. Man, the writing's good. Just ask him what he means by lost.
What do you mean, what do I mean? I mean just what I say. I had a very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am?
Shake your head. You've no idea who he is. Nod enthusiastically. Of course you do. You recall now he's that famous king? Or 3, scholar choice. A red lizard. That can only mean one thing. He's the notorious Red Prince. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go that route.
The very same. I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World-Tamer, the Spouse of the Sun.
I hope this sounds better after I start editing it, because previous videos, the audio levels weren't that great, so I'm trying to figure out a good balance. Anyways, moving on.
Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the moment. The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have.
Invite him to travel with you. Maybe you can even help him win his throne back. Say that you too have this and that to sort out. He's welcome to tag along if you want. Say it's been absolutely riveting, but that you have to dash. Doing lone wolf, so we're going alone.
Then by all means, dash.
He watches you depart without another word, then turns back to face the sea.
Sorry, bud. Next playthrough.
Yes, I'm still here. Then by all means.
He watches you
Alright. What do you got? A bunch of shells. I'm not going to pick any of this stuff up. I always do, and then I never do anything with them. So let's go and collect goodies. There should be a shovel up here, if I recall.
Some would see this as an omen.
Black cat.
It seems we are not the only ones taking on strays.
So you have to keep this guy alive until you escape Fory Joy.
Not the cat.
Used to be really hard, but I think I don't know if they updated the AI or something as the game went on, but it's usually better now at staying out of harm's way.
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with acute intensity.
What? How did I get... Hey, stop following me.
Insists that you aren't following it. It approached you. Asked the cat if it's feeling okay. Wondered who you have the pleasure of speaking to. Why not?
Me? I know who I am. At least I think I do. Sometimes it feels like... No, I know who I am. Who are you?
Mystic. Explain that you're just a spiritualist who never foresaw this future. Scholar. Explain that you're a seeker of knowledge, but you fear where that pursuit has led you. Elf. Tell him you're just an elf trying to survive. I don't think I've ever did the mystic option. Let's do that.
Most don't see what's coming. Can't see what's ahead. Can't keep my mind straight.
The cat shakes its head, as if trying to wake up from a deep sleep.
Ask the cat if it's feeling okay. Wonder where it came from. Take your leave. Let's ask if it's okay.
Huh? Yeah, fine. I'm fine. I'm not sure. It's all a little foggy.
Wonder where it came from.
The cat opens his mouth as if to speak, but his eyes lose focus, and with a jerk he turns away from you.
Huh?
The cat's eyes are clouded and...
What's going on?
Alright. Guy's a bit drugged up. Okay, let's get the shovel. Always want to have one of those in your inventory. Let's consume this, see what happens. Oh, took a lot of armor damage right there. Skull. I think you can make something with this. I forget some potions. Come, gather close, and let me tell you my philosophy. It concerns one matter only, the appreciation of small things. For example, consider the exquisite ordinaries and usefulness of an everyday object like the crafter's kit. Welcome its invaluable assistance in your life, and you'll never look back. Remember my words, friend. Appreciate the small things. A big life can only be composed of many small and wonderful things. Alrighty. More recipes. Let's see. I always forget how to get to the recipe screen. So here's the crafting area. With the mod to do the herb garden, I believe you just put a bucket and a plant in there, if I'm correct. Yeah, there you go. And then you get that, and then you have to put it on the ground, and it'll just grow. And then you can do that indefinitely. Just keep collecting buckets, and it's a good way to make money. So this is, it's kind of an exploit, but not really, because they put it in the game, and I don't think it's considered an exploit, I guess. But once you get the bucket back, it becomes a clay-filled bucket, which is worth a little bit more, but you can just keep using it for making more plants. So usually what I do is get some Dridani, which is kind of a part of a quest that's coming up, and it sells for a lot, and you can just make that and pretty much have infinite amount of money. So on your first playthrough, I wouldn't recommend doing it. Play the game kind of as it's meant to be played, but this is like my I don't know, 6th playthrough or something like that, so I tend to not really care if I just get as much money as possible, just make things go by faster. Poison bottle. I mean, I don't think I really need this right now. This is basically my health potions. Yeah. When did I pick this up? I don't remember. But yeah, either way, that's the crafting menu. So it's pretty simple, basic stuff. Just put whatever in there, and then make stuff. And then you have over here, if you got the recipes, you can just make it straight from the recipe menu. So you don't actually have to do that. Like you can just do it right here. Which I might do. Just get some money, you know. And then dump these all on the ground. Let them grow. Takes a little while. Do 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 do. Fastest growing plants on the planet. And I believe it gives you 2 for every one you put in. And it's as simple as that. And then you can just sell them and keep making them and selling them. So it's a good money maker if you just don't want to have to bother with like grinding for items and stuff like that. Okay, there's the path that leads to another area, but first I want to...
I found something.
There it is. There's these hidden areas and stuff, and you gotta have the shovel to dig them up. Or if you're the lizard, you can just use your hands. Take everything. And we can wear some of this, so let's equip that. And that's no good. That's pretty much that. So, do I want to go into Fory Joy, or do I want to go this route and start moving over there? I can't remember what level that area is. I think it's like level 2. I'm still only level 1, which is weird. I would have expected to level up by now, I believe. I think. That's okay. There's another ooze barrel. And here's Fane.
As the alcove opens up, you see the same skeleton that you met on the boat before it sank. He's still not wearing his mask. He's leaning over a corpse, prodding and pulling at the skin of its face.
Bugger. How on earth am I supposed to... Oh. Perhaps...
Skeletal fingers reach down and grip the skin of the dead man's face, pulling sharply upwards. After a few more tugs at the man's cheeks, the skeleton relents, letting the head drop to the ground with a damp thud.
Damnation. That stuck fast. I wonder, does the beard act as some form of anchor?
Cough politely. Curiously ask what he's doing. Tell him to get the hell away from that body. Just cough politely.
Ah! No! Stay back! Don't... Oh, it's you. I must admit I'm surprised. Perhaps you're more buoyant than I suspected.
Fane is another awesome voice actor. Voice acting. Admit that you're let's start that over. Admit that you're surprised to find him here. Why did he head you for a prison island? Or 2, ask what his business is with that body. 3, nod towards the corpse. Anything valuable there? 4, tell him he shouldn't hang around here too long. It doesn't seem safe. Admit that you're surprised to find him here. Why would he head for... Yeah, let's do that one.
It seems the human that stole my mask was rather more resourceful than I gave her credit for. I chased her here, but she rather seems to have given me the slip. Thus...
He turns back to the body, prodding at its face cautiously.
Alright, now I guess we can nod to the corpse.
Oh, yes. An exceptionally common, but exceptionally valuable commodity. A face. A face that seems rather stubbornly attached to his skull. I would normally employ a tool to delicately but viciously rip the face from the body. I could then craft a mask to hide my bone. But as I lack such a tool...
Sounds sexy.
The skeleton grabs the corpse by the cheeks and pulls hard, grunting in frustration as the body's skin holds firm.
Ask why he needs to make a mask. And why is this so urgent? This is a prison. It's not like he's going anywhere. Or inquire about his skull. You've never seen one carved like that. Take your leave. Inquire about his skull.
Carved? Please. You hardly think I am one of your breed, do you? You have never seen anything like it because you have never met anyone like me. Simply put, I am an eternal, and you are not. You have my sympathies. Indeed, no one seems to have the good taste to be. My people are rather absent, at least from this realm. As for the others, well, there is an excavation site at the Black Pit's oil fields. Perhaps there I'll find my answers.
An Eternal? What is that? Some sort of cult? Ask why he's still here if his people have vanished. Where does he think his people are? In some other realm? Sounds like he needs a companion. Ask if he'd like to travel with you. Wish him well and leave. Number 3.
Ah, well, that is the curious thing. They are clearly absent from this world, and yet they are everywhere. Every one of your races resembles them in some manner, and the statues you have built to your gods look remarkably familiar. Perhaps my people have ascended to some new realm, or perhaps your gods are merely a folk memory. Regardless, they are not here, but I will find them. Wherever they are,
Alright.
I will find them.
And Eternal, what is that? Some sort of cult? Ask why he's still here if his people have vanished. Yeah, let's do that.
Well, that hardly seems relevant. But if you must know, I was inconvenienced for a time. Several centuries, in fact. Or perhaps millennia. One tends to lose track. I was sealed in a tomb for daring to be curious about the world. It seems our king did not agree that the universe should be explored to its full potential. Perhaps I should thank him. It seems I was spared whatever happened to the others. I wonder if flowers would be appropriate.
And Eternal, what is that? Some sort of cult?
A cult? Hardly. We were a race that existed before the idea of race was needed. We were all one. I could ask you to imagine an Eternal as a creature of incredible intelligence and skill. But I fear the limits of your imagination would not do us justice. We studied the mysteries of the universe. We created works of great art. We disappeared. But I will find them. Wherever they are, I will find them. We will have our world again.
Wish him well and leave.
Yes, yes. Do feel free to call. By which I mean shout loudly. I do not want you sneaking up on me again.
Oh, Fane. Such a nice gentleman. Alright. Is that actually better than what I have? Yes, it is. Finally get some of that. I'll eat this. Take some damage. I just eat everything at least once so I can just know what it does. Head up here. Great, cat's got poisoned. Hope it doesn't die. And I leveled up. Alright, still got a bunch of memory stats. Alright, now that we have leveled up, we can start putting things into other things and then do those things. What do I want to do? Thievery? Actually, persuasion, huh? Yeah, still gonna go persuasion. Thievery is good though, but I guess that's not gonna happen. Alright, what do we want to put here? Do I want to just do like some hardcore initiative stuff? Or do I want to do... I mean, eventually I'll probably have to put more in intelligence. With Lone Wolf, you can get like high stats in like all of these, but you know, at the start you kind of want to put it in certain things. I think I want to go kind of heavy into initiative and crit, just for the fun of it. Do like a crit 1 build, that'd be kind of cool. I should probably put a point in Constitution too, but I haven't really gotten attacked too much. Maybe another point in Wits. Yeah, why not? It's gonna be 14 initiative. And what do I want to do here? Another point into summoning, leadership, or dual wielding. I think we want to go dual wielding, because I do want to just do some damage too. And given that this puts 2 points in everything, you can max out multiple of these as Lone Wolf because it gives you 2 points in everything. I think the max that you can put in... Oh, what is it? Is it 5? But it gives you 10. So I think you max out at 10. Up to a maximum of 10. Yeah. Okay. So I think you can get up to... all these are combat abilities. So... combat abilities, except polymer, up to a maximum of 10. And attributes, so these cap out at 40. And these cap out at 10. But since you get 2, I don't know if you can just put a maximum of 5 in each one, or if you actually can put 10 in each one. I think it's just 5. So it makes it really easy to to like max these out, I believe. But it's been a while. Can't remember. I didn't play Lone Wolf last time. Alright, and when I say last time, like, the game is fairly long. It takes... Oh, man, how long did it take to do a single playthrough? Maybe like 50 hours? Maybe more? I think. Talk a little girl.
You hear a small whimpering sound from behind a basket. You peer behind it and find a small human child holding her knees and trembling.
Gently ask the shaking child what's wrong. Place a hand on her head and softly whisper, shh. Tell her she's making a racket and to be silent. Take your leave. Let's ask her what's wrong.
The child quiets and seems comforted by your presence. She looks up at you with curious eyes.
Ask her why she was crying. Tell her to calm down. Squint and say she looks just like a warrior princess you used to know. Ask if she needs a hug. They ask a mystic.
The child nods and reaches up to you. As you hold her, her breathing grows slow and calm. Her wet face is damp on your neck. She lets go and looks up at you with a small smile.
Thanks. You're nice. You can have this. I found it outside, but I can't read it yet. That's next year, and then I'll learn it.
She nestles back into her spot on the ground and starts tracing figures. A little family in front of a house in the dirt.
Everything has a heart, except lizards, maybe. Maybe they do. I don't know. The waterfall has a heart made of a giant diamond, see?
Really? Okay, what did she give me? A letter? Four Sisters leaflet? Hear ye, hear ye. The Four Sisters Trading Company has opened for business. Weapon not chopping down enemies like it used to. Armor dull and dinted. Have no fear. Sorcerer Sundries are here. With our new range of Sorcerer Sundries, you can upgrade your weapons, equipment, and jewelry. Seek out your local Four Sisters representative in the Hollow Marshes, Driftwood, or Arcs today. Signed, Donna, Dagmar, Demira, and Deirdre. Oh yeah, that's another, like, that is a, another mod, that, like, one of the mods that I activated that comes with these, like, gift bag thing. Those girls allow you to, like, do what they just said, like upgrade weapons and items and stuff like that. So, pretty cool, pretty useful.
Where is she? You go with us. Who are you? Are you from the shelter? She says nothing of another. Fire, alas! She is so late!
Ask her to slow down and explain what she means. Lie and say yes, you're meant to go with them. You sense an opportunity. Say she sent you to collect all the group's valuables. She needs every last piece of gold before moving forward. Say you're sorry, but you don't know what she means. If she explains, you may be able to help. Let's do that one.
A Magister offers to help us flee. A Tusa. She says there are many Magisters who do not agree with the Bishop. She says they bring us to safety.
There's that gray that I love so much about the story. You know, it's not just black and white. The Magisters aren't just evil people, every single one of them. It's like any other group that may oppress people or whatnot. You know, there's probably some good people among them. You know, you just don't know. It's like the cause that's the problem.
But Atusa is overdue. She promises to come at noon. We're afraid to stay, afraid to leave.
Ask if she knows where exactly Atusa is meant to take them. Say you never were one to trust a Magister. Take your leave. Let's ask.
She says there is a shelter in the marshes outside the fort. She says she brings us there first. She knows a safe path. We wait for a boat, and then we go. Wherever we make a new home.
Alright. I don't think I'll be negative. I'll just take my leave.
If she is not here before the setting sun, I fear Magister Atusa forgets us.
Say you're certain Atusa will come, and only a matter of time, so you hope it doesn't come to that. Be positive.
Nothing at all is certain. This is a new time. Put your faith nowhere.
Ah! So much for trying to be positive. Let's read this. Dearest friend of the field. Oh, so this is teaching you basically how to do the herb garden. Being cold, you should prepare a trusty bucket. Now combine them with well done. Blah, 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 blah. Now take your seedling and drop it on the ground. Yes, somewhere, anywhere will do. Plants have their own wisdom, and your herb will sprout and be ready to harvest in no time. A miracle. Sit back, enjoy the fruits of your labors, and then start all over again with a new plant. So that's basically just teaching you how to... So this guy's all new. Like, he's wasn't here in the original version. Ooh, sword. Or sickle. Worth some money. So, yeah, this is new.
A serene elf potters between his plants. Noticing your interest, He beckons you over with a smile.
Oh, King, come, come. I know this hellish place seems devoid of welcome, but look, Tyr Sendilius smiles. My seedlings grow strong. May their life bring joy to our own. Isn't nature just marvelous?
Show him your grass-stained fingers. Tell him your interest in plants is limited to their usefulness. Say you prefer the company of sentient beings. Show him my grass-stained fingers.
Ah, it's good to meet a fellow green thumb. Here, a gift from one gardener to another.
Beaming widely, he hands you a bucket and a seedling before patting your hands affectionately.
Scratch your head. Where should you begin? Wonder how he ended up in Fory Joy. Let's do that one.
The jolly expression on his face falters and drops. Hollow-eyed, he twists and turns the plant in his hands until it is no more than dead leaves and dirt.
Death fog. All gone. All gone. All gone. I'm in Dula. No more. No more my Samil. My Valerian.
His mouth sets in a stern line, cruel and stubborn.
After that, I took life. I took all the life that was taken from me. And then some. And more. And more. And more.
Wait, is he saying he was a serial killer? Laugh nervously and say that trauma affects us all in different ways. It's a tough one.
Your words seem to jolt him back to the present moment. He shakes his head, and the mask of hatred disappears. He smiles again, even wider than before, yet his eyes stay hollow.
Oh, look at me, reminiscing about the olden days again. Far better to work the soil, to tend the seedlings, to make life, to make life, to make life.
The elf returns to his planting, grinning and humming a happy little ditty under his breath.
Well, at least he's been rehabilitated, right?
May your every seedling bear great fruit, my friend. It's easier than boiling an egg. Just place a seedling in a bucket and then place it in the ground. The plants know what to do from there. And so many plants can be grown in this way. Try Amaduvier, the puffball, Drudene.
Drudene, that's the one that we do, because we get some pretty decent money from it. Alright, let's see what's over here. The turtles, which we can talk to.
Can you feel it? Can you feel the darkness approaching?
Ask what she's talking about. What darkness? Confirm that you too sense a troubling presence. Excuse yourself, you have no time for melodramatic turtles. Undead, admit that you don't feel much of anything, not in this state. Confirm that you too see.
Does it cast a long shadow on you as it does me? My heart frosts over as if I've been violated by nothingness itself. It threatens to consume me. It threatens to consume all.
Oh dear.
I fear I may be lost. Forgive me.
I'm sorry.
What's happening to these turtles? They're transforming.
Alright. Do an elemental totem. Got blood. Actually, let's do incarnate first. Make a blood infused incarnate. And then an elemental totem. Can I get it on the blood? Nah. Didn't make it. Little tricky. Let's kill this guy first. Look at that damage. There we're in classic mode, right? Not you too. Shave me. I don't want to, like, well, actually I can do that. I'll show you guys something, if it'll work. So we'll do another totem. Be a fire totem. Actually, I think I can do it here myself. There you go. See? How there's a ring of oil that was around me, but now, boom, it's fire. This is the awesomeness that is the combat of Divinity Original Sin 2. That's just a small taste. The stuff that you can end up doing with combos and environments and stuff is, like, pretty out of this world. You can do some really complex fights and things like that. Just walks right into my... Alright, that's fine. There we... Well... I have no desire to pick up intestines. Soggy diary. First night here. Don't seem like it'll be too bad. Found somewhere quiet to sleep. Brought enough dry bread to last me. When all this blows over, I'll be happy to say I survived it in comfort. Group of dumb brutes shook me down for my bread. We'll have to get smart if I want to eat. Met an old fisherman named Rad. Taught me how to make a net. Rad's gone. Dumb brutes took my net. At least the meanest one got took in the night. Getting hungry. I always was a strong swimmer. Waters around here are pretty glassy. Can't be much more than a few miles to shore, can it? Had a bad run. Let's see. Set disease. Yeah, we don't think we want that. What's on the turtle? Wizard pants. Sure. Actually, I kind of like movement speed. But that magic armor is good. Hey, there we go. Got a new wand. Consume that. Take some damage. And it's poison. So we will use that to replace the fire one. Alright. Dual wand. Oh! What's in here? A site pamphlet on how to effectively combine a length of string with a stick, club, or branch in order to create a bow. The length of a piece of string is unspecified. Alright. Can I lock this? Or unlock it, rather? No. I guess we can just attack it. That's going to take forever. I think I'm too lazy for this. Let's see if I summon this guy. I don't think I want to summon a water one because it might not be able to do any damage. Alright, go over there and attack that. Keep attacking. Come on. You got it. I have faith in you. You can do it. You can do it. Poison. What is he poisoned from? Oh, there's poison right there. Alright, let's do it again. Because I don't do any damage to that thing. See, this is what's really cool. So, like, if you can't generally get into a chest, then you can just beat the crap out of it and open it. Oh, come on. And then I can take all the goodies. Uh-oh, overcumbered. What do I want to get rid of? Don't need that. Probably get rid of some of these buckets. Not really using them. I should use them, though, to make stuff. Like that. Nom, nom, nom. Get rest. My health back. Alright, we are at exactly at 100 out of 100 weight. There is another fight over here. But we'll probably do that in the next video. I'm going to cut this one here. Oh, really? What else can I get rid of? Backpack. I don't really have anything in there. Get rid of the backpack. Gotta go to the town and sell some stuff. Maybe I'll eat that. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna cut the video here, and then next one, we will move on to the boat and do the fights over there, and then go to Fory Joy, and then actually you guys can see all the NPCs and stuff over there, and the story progresses. So I hope you're enjoying it. Story is really good, gameplay is really good, and it's very complex, way more complex than what you're seeing here. So we'll see more of that going on in the future. And I hope you enjoy it. If you do, you know, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share, like, and all that. You know, spread it around. Subscribe if you like for future videos. Helps me out. And I'll see you guys later. So have a good morning, evening, and afternoon, depending where you are. And oh, also night. Forgot night. I'm exceptionally tired today. If you haven't noticed, yeah, can't read, can't barely play. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.